The shrine of the Nuestra Senora Virgen de la Regla is an important pilgrimage site in Lapulapu City in Mactan Island, Cebu. Fronting the busy Mactan Channel and the busy ports of Cebu, the devotion of the people in this island to the Virgen de la Regla, or Virgin of the Rule, dates back to 272 years. Spanish inscriptions found in huge paintings of Our Lady inside the sanctuary of the main church narrates that it was the Augustinian missionary and friar, Father Francisco Avalle, who brought the image to Opon, old name of Lapulapu City, in the year 1735.
Upon hearing of the many miracles attributed to the Virgin, ang mga residents had the painting framed and placed it on the altar. At that time, there was a prominent resident, a certain Cruz Lauron, who was suffering from terminal illness. He had lighted 2 candles in front of the image, and then he was cured totally from his illness. So gikan adto na spread ang mga milagro to the province of Cebu, to the entire province, and to the rest of the Visayan Islands. So it brought in a lot of devotees to the Blessed Virgin. Now, why is the Virgin black? One of the pillars of the church, St. Augustine, who was Bishop of Hippo at that time, had an image of the Virgin, Blessed Virgin, carved. Niya iyan ang giitom to conform with the dark-skinned of the residents of the natives of Tagaste, Africa. Iyang gibutang ang mong image in his study where he wrote the roles or the Regla of the Augustinian Fathers and the doctrines of the Church. So, after his death in 430 AD, the image was brought to Spain and stayed there for more than 2 centuries.
The monks rigidly followed the rules to the letter and continued the devotion of the Black Virgin. In 443 AD, Vandals overran Africa. The monks fled to Spain, bringing with them the black icon of the Blessed Virgin Mary. There, they had the image placed in a dilapidated church. The monks remained in Spain for 268 years, during which the fame of the Black Virgin spread far and wide due to miracles upon miracles that were attributed to her intercession. In 711, the Moors raided Andalusia and subsequently took control of Spain. The monks of the Black Virgin had to scamper for safety, but anticipating difficulties ahead, they decided to bury the icon. They placed the black image in a cedar box together with a paten, cruets, and some vestments for the Holy Mass. They then hid the box in a cave and put a lighted lamp beside it, after which they sealed the cave with big stones and earth. For about 800 years, the Moors ruled Spain, and all this time, the monks stayed in the mountains and the cedar box entombed in the cave. When the Moors were finally driven out of Spain in 1330 AD, the Black Virgin, with the little Jesus in her arms, appeared to an Augustinian monk living in the city of Leon. He was told to rise and go eastward and retrieve the icon hidden in a cave and to place it inside a church. Accompanied by his superior, they walked for days and weeks until they reached a forest by the sea near Cadiz. Overwhelmed by fatigue, they fell asleep. At midnight, they heard a voice saying, Hic locus meus est. They woke up, but it was too dark to see anything. The woman's voice once more came out, saying, Hic locus meus est, which means, this is the place. Suddenly, a big ball of fire flashed from the sky and rested at the foot of a fig tree under which the monks rested. The fire did not burn the tree. The monks related the phenomenon to the people nearby. Shortly, the natives came and went digging at the area where the big ball of fire fell. They stumbled upon a marble stone with an inscription, upturned it, and behold, they saw a big hall, an altar, and a lamp still lighted. Then the monks came upon the cedar box that opened by itself and revealed the icon, the paten, the cruets, and church vestments. Eventually, people were drawn to the place because the men who helped the monks spread the story about the unusual find. Upon learning of the extraordinary occurrence, the owner of the land, Don Pedro de Leon, donated a piece of land in Chipiona, Spain, and had a church built in honor of the Black Virgin.
Part of oral history, doon ay sugilanon may tungkol sa mga milagro sa Bahal nga Berhen, where during the war, ang mga Hapon nangita sa image sa Blessed Virgin. But then the Virgin, pag break out yun sa war, was brought by the Sacristan Mayor to Kagodoy, a chapel sa Kagodoy Basak, where naroon niya ang mga dagkong establishments. Gida dito ang Berhen. Now, pag-abot mga Hapon, the Japanese were looking for the image. So, ang ilang leader, ang head of the, sa mga grupos mga Hapon, gitultulan dito sa Basak, sa chapel. No? So, when they went there, nahibong ang taga dito, kung ang Sacristan Mayor, nga imbes nga mangisog ang mga Hapon, niluhod sila nangansi in front of the image. So, the Japanese captain ordered to have the image returned to the church sa lungsod. And then they asked for schedule kay gusto silang musimba. The residents were surprised kay happy silang tanan, ang kapitan, ang mga sundao, ni Simba, ug nangalawat. So, to the residents of Opon, dako katong milagro. Ngano nga naingon adto nga imbes mangisog sila.
According to De la Serna, after the fall of the Marcos dictatorship in 1986, the revolutionary government of Corazon Aquino was challenged by military rebels who wanted to grab power from the centrist government. As rebel soldiers and pro-Aquino military members faced off in the Mandawi-Mactan Bridge, a lady with a young boy appeared between the opposing forces. The story goes, a violent confrontation was averted because the warring sides didn't want to hurt the lady and the boy. Up to this day, people believed it was the Virgen de la Regla and the baby Jesus himself who took matters into their hands to preserve peace in the islands and in the Filipino country. The Black Virgin was eventually enthroned as patroness of Opon in 1736, as people look up to the Blessed Virgin Mary's intercession for all their needs. As the people received many graces, the town itself became prosperous. Once a barren and rocky town with swampy shores with coral and limestone for soil, today the place is a hub of commercial and industrial activity. The name Opon is still in the lips of the natives, but among the present generation and visitors, the place is called Lapulapu City, after the name of the Philippines' first national hero who revolted against the Spaniards. Lapu-Lapu is the native who repulsed Ferdinand Magellan in April 1521. Lapu-Lapu City is 365 miles from Manila, about an hour's travel by plane. It is 5 kilometers across Cebu Harbor from the city of Cebu and part of the metropolitan Cebu. Lapu-Lapu City is connected to mainland Cebu in Mandawi City by 2 bridges, the Mandawi-Mactan and the Marcelo Fernan bridges. One can get to Lapu-Lapu City either by riding in a ferry boat for less than 20 minutes from Pier 3 to Muelle Osmeña, the docking area, or one can take a passenger jeep or the more comfortable air-conditioned vans called vihars. Lapu-Lapu City is composed of 30 villages or barangays, having an income classification of a first-class city. Its location is very strategic, as it is a port and an industrial center. It is the home of Mactan International Airport, the country's second international airport, which serves a number of international direct flights like Narita, Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Bangkok, Thailand, Sydney, Australia, Taipei, Taiwan, Malaysia, and Brunei. Vital installations for national security, like the Benito Ibuen Air Base and the Naval Forces Central, find their home in this island city. The city is also host to the Mactan Export Processing Zones, which has a total of 102 multinational establishments employing more than 37,000 workers. A major tourist destination, the island is famous for its white sand beaches. It is also known for locally made guitars, handicraft, and delicious seafoods. However, all these features cannot match the recognition given the patroness of the city, the Nuestra Senora Virgen de la Regla. The Black Virgin gained international prominence when Pope Pius XII declared the period from December 8, 1953 to December 8, 1954 as Marian Year. It was to commemorate the centennial of the proclamation of the dogma of the Immaculate Conception by Pope Pius IX in 1874. The shrine of the Virgen de la Regla was designated the site for all pilgrimages in the Archdiocese of Cebu. Church records show that some 200,000 pilgrims flocked to Opon to pay honor to the Black Virgin. At the conclusion of Cebu's first Archdiocesan Marian Congress on November 27, 1954, the Virgen de la Regla with the child Jesus in her arms were canonically crowned by the late Julio Cardinal Rosales before more than 300,000 Marian devotees at the provincial capitol grounds. His Holiness Pope Pius XII had earlier blessed the gold crown in Rome. The shrine of the Virgen de la Regla in Lapu-Lapu City stands as a history monument to the faith, love, and spirituality of the people of Lapu-Lapu City and the island of Mactan, as well as countless devotees from different parts of the country. They come here at any time of the year to offer candles, masses, flowers, letters, jewelry, and clothes for the Blessed Virgin, to thank God for the graces and favors received through the prayers of Our Lady, the Virgin of the Rule. This was revealed by Baby Enriquez, Parish Secretary, who attends to numerous requests for masses, among others, each day and each week at the parish office. The Saturday devotion Mass is well attended regardless of the weather. But it is during the fiesta of Lapulapu City, celebrated every November 21, that thousands of pilgrims come to visit the shrine. The pre-fiesta celebration is marked with intense devotion as the image of the Virgin is brought to the villages or barangays where people venerate the icon of the Black Virgin in their respective chapels. At the end of the visit, her icon is brought back to the main church in preparation for the 9-day novena. This program is preceded by a fluvial procession where both church and state officials cooperate, a sign of unity under the guidance of Our Lady. The fluvial procession is a major event. Fishermen from Mactan and from other provinces in the Central Islands come to Lapulapu City to join the procession at sea. It is a colorful activity wherein well-decorated boats form a convoy to the important vessel carrying the image of the Black Virgin, truly a royal treatment to the patroness of Lapulapu City. Meanwhile, the shrine is full of people coming from all walks of life, from many different places in the country and the world. At the end of the 9-day novena, a foot procession is held around the main streets of Lapulapu City, with devotees increasing each year to join this spiritual activity. The journey to Opon to visit the Blessed Virgin is, for many devotees, a sign of grateful appreciation for her loving intercession. Mrs. Nelly Te, a mother of 5 who works as a volunteer in the parish, says her family arrived in Opon more than 20 years ago. As a government worker then, her salary can barely meet the needs of her family. But she was able to send her children to school and now enjoys the peaceful life of a retiree.
Saligid nato sa Mama Mary ang iyang panabang. Ang milagro kining pag ang grasya nga ato jung madawat nga dili bitaw nato kwentahon nimo imong gasto makaingon ka nga daghan jud ay ka grasya nga nadawat.
A provincial government official, Weng Gakit, also comes here every Saturday. He said that his work as a public servant is full of challenges, which he tries to surmount with the help of the patroness of Opon.
Sa akong mga problema, sa akong mga kahingawa, sa akong pagpanerbisyo, ako ra gyud na isumbong ni Mama Mary. Dili lang kay kung first Saturday ra kumani. There will be times nga moari ko kay akong isumbong adto ni Mama Mary atong Birhen sa Regla ang akong mga problema. Unya pwede Thanksgiving uso.
I consider myself a transplanted Cebuano. Kaya dili man ko taga dinhi, but I have been living here for the past 30 years or so. Kanunay naman ko makadungog sa akong mga amiga nga mangadto sila sa Birhen sa Opon. Pero wa jud kay ko kanabitang mo hatag og importansya kay ang distance daan. And I never really had a devotion to the Blessed Virgin before. And I really heard a lot of stories about miracles attributed to the Black Virgin. 2004, after the death of my spouse, nadyo ko pangayo nga, I would say a major favor. And ang favor na ipangayo na ko, I received on the Day of Hearts. Gihatag sa mahal nga Birhen sa ako ang akong gipangayo og na kanang batang na overwhelmed ako ba sa mensahe nga rin niya nako kay gihatag yun niya on Valentine's Day. And from then on kanang di na gyud ko makalimot nga kanang mo duaw diha labi na panahon sa fiesta.
This year marks another milestone for devotees of Our Lady of the Rule, or Nuestra Senora de Regla, because the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines decided to elevate our parish here in Opon as the national shrine of Our Lady of the Rule, the only one of its kind in the Philippines, and only the fifth Marian Church placed under this particular title and advocacy of Our Lady Nuestra Senora de la Regla. And since I donated a gold-plated crown in 2004, I decided to donate a silver-plated crown for the elevation of the parish to a national shrine. So I think this is the start of my intense devotion to her.
Whenever the subject of Mary's intercession crops up, baby Enriquez cannot contain herself. She was overcome with emotion when she narrated how she petitioned the Black Virgin for healing.
Pero gi-offer na lang ako whatever ba. Whatever di muna.
The intense devotion to the Black Virgin is shared by thousands upon thousands of devotees from all over the country and by pilgrims from foreign lands. In 2003, Cebu Archbishop Ricardo Cardinal Vidal formally asked the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines to declare the Archdiocesan Shrine of the Nuestra Senora Virgen de la Regla a national shrine. It did not take long for the Philippine bishops to act on the requests of the Cebu Archbishop. This after the CBCP Consultor for Liturgy determined the preparedness of the shrine to accommodate pilgrims. Facilities like presentable confessionals, baptistry, cleaned restrooms were completed in time for the public proclamation of the shrine as a national sanctuary last May 24, 2007. According to Father Pedro Arguillas, parish priest and rector of the shrine, other vital facilities like a pilgrim center will be constructed in the very near future. On May 21, a 3-day novena mass began, wherein parishioners were instructed about the proclamation as well as the filial response expected of the Filipino people because of the national recognition given to the shrine. On D-Day, May 24, some 60 priests and 6 bishops joined Cebu Archbishop Ricardo Cardinal Vidal in the celebration of a pontifical mass. Monsignor Cristobal Garcia, chairman of the Archdiocesan Commission on Worship, formally read the CBCP decree declaring the Virgen de la Regla Parish a national shrine.
Ricardo J. Cardinal Vidal, by the grace of God and the Apostolic See, Archbishop of Cebu, after having declared the Virgen de la Regla Parish Church as Archdiocesan Shrine, and after the recommendation of the Episcopal Commission on the Liturgy for its becoming a national shrine, and after the positive vote of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines on the 27th of January 2007, do hereby declare and confer upon the Virgen de Regla Parish Church the title and the dignity of National Shrine in honor of the Virgen de Regla this 24th of May 2007 with all the indulgences and privileges appertaining thereto. Signed, Ricardo J. Cardinal Regla.
In the global Catholic community, the Shrine of the Virgin of the Rule in Lapulapu City, Philippines, is the 5th national shrine of the Blessed Virgin under the same title.
As you know, throughout the world there are 5 national shrines. One in Spain, the other one in Mexico, the other one in Havana, Cuba, the 4th one in Miami, Florida, USA, and the 5th one here in Lapulapu City, Mactan Island, Cebu, Philippines.
And I would like to say, pag ingon gyud nga, this is the 5th of the whole universe, I see it's so wonderful to be connected with the Universal Church also. Just close your eyes and say, here's a small town or city in the Philippines, in Asia, and then to be connected with the 5 other major national shrines in Mexico, in Spain, in Miami, like we become a member of the whole church, you know?
The MSC, through its provincial superior in the Philippines, Father Tito Maratas, acknowledged the responsibility that comes with the proclamation.
The devotion should also make our life more moral, more Christian, because if it is a devotion that does not issue into action, is for Saint James, it is that faith has to be translated into, to be lived out.
According to Sister Magdalena Calalang, local leader of the Missionary Sisters of Mary, who helps in tending the parish, she has seen many conversions happening around in the past 4 years of serving the shrine. She said that, unlike miraculous healings which attract attention, conversions of the heart also tell of God's healing love. Father Tito Maratas added, people tend to look for apparitions in the shrines of the Blessed Virgin Mary, sometimes failing to recognize that she lives in the heart of people who revere her.
They have endeared themselves so much to the Blessed Virgin Mary because of her presence here, and we hope that this shrine will really become an attraction to so many people, and that people will be drawn to this place. And this means a triumph of the Blessed Virgin Mary in the whole country.
The people of Lapulapu City have endeared themselves to the Virgen de la Regla, and the proclamation of her sanctuary as a national shrine attests to Mary's triumph in the Philippines.